Hello, everybody. It's my great pleasure to present at this conference. And today I'm going to talk about politics or science, examining vaccination discourses on TikTok. This is a work project that I collaborated with a couple of other researchers, but I will be presenting this paper on behalf of this research team. All right, just a little bit of background. The ongoing pandemic really has exerted a huge influence across the world. And according to the WHO, by the early 2022, a huge number of cases have been reported across the world. And just in China alone, the government had reported several thousand of deaths and a large number of confirmed cases. A recent study by Mesli in 2021 reported that across 33 countries, and that the COVID-19 vaccination has saved a significant number of lives, particularly those elderly are aged 60 and above. But policies aside, information communication and citizen engagement also play a huge role in advancing vaccination. So considering this, this study specifically focused on vaccination and social media communication because vaccination has already been agreed, excuse me, to play a big role in combating the ongoing pandemic. And here is a little bit of background about the numbers of infected cases around the world, and in China in particularly. So if we look at this graph, we can see that over the past year there are ups and downs of infected cases. And in China, in last year around June, there is a spike of vaccination across the country. But in fact, there is a big variance in COVID-19 vaccination rates across regions and nations around the world. So here is some literature about social media communication and vaccination. If you look at the published literature, indeed, an abundant amount of research has looked at different types of vaccines and social media platforms, and some examined vaccines include HPV, Zika, influenza. So researchers have looked at a wide range of different social media platforms and how those different platforms cover or spread messages related to those different vaccines. Researchers have discovered that a variety of different factors, in fact, influence individuals' vaccination decision-making process. Those factors include the type of messengers and the message frames, as well as an individual's online network structure. So, but on the other hand, social media-based interventions have been found to be effective in affecting people's attitudes toward vaccination. So social media, generally speaking, that social media really is placing an increasingly important role in disseminating health information. But if we look at, but it's also a kind of double-edged sword. So yeah, the so-called infodemics is also posing some significant challenges for advancing vaccination across the world. So why did we pick up TikTok? And I think it is well known that TikTok has become an increasingly popular video-based social media platform around the globe. Here are some statistics about the user population of this popular social media platform. It is reported that more than nearly 5 billion users currently are using this video-based social media platform. And there are two different types of social video-based platforms that belong to the same company. The Chinese version, TikTok, also called Douyin, houses a large user population in China. And on the other hand, the English version TikTok is also getting more and more popular in many countries. The study by Chen in 2021 found that Douyin video contents have influenced citizen engagement with different kinds of videos, and those videos include particularly featured information about promoting appreciation for frontline workers' services. So that is also termed positive energy in the Chinese society. So there are some research gaps there. First, the vast majority of existing research focused on Western English social media, in particular Twitter and Facebook. Also, a large portion of past studies looked at text-based social media. In comparison, video-based social media have not received much attention, and in particular, some emerging new video-based media platforms such as TikTok have been understudied compared to those mainstream, other social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, which had a longer history. And in fact, if we look at those published studies using data from about TikTok, and most of those studies only employed a small sample of videos or data set. So therefore, our understanding of this platform is really very limited. Other past research about China and the COVID-19 vaccination also has not taken into account the complex interactions between politics, social media, and the grassroots communities. So to bridge those research gaps, this project specifically look at the following research questions. First, we look at what is the general landscape of COVID-19 vaccination-related videos, video producers, as well as those focal themes on the Chinese TikTok platform? Are there any differences in the strategies that are implemented to promote video messages on this particular platform? And what are the major characteristics of video viewers' cognitive and affective responses to those videos? We also look at whether viewers responded to different to the videos posted by different accounts in differential manners. The data collection covered more than a year-long accumulation of data. So after data screening, originally we collected about nearly 800,000 videos, and after data screening, by screening out those videos which are not substantially related to COVID-19 vaccination, we retained about 7,000 videos. Also, we collected more than 600,000 viewers' comments to those videos. So research methods. First, we randomly sampled about 800 videos and conducted a pilot coding. The coding scheme was based on prior studies, as well as a panel discussion of major themes that emerged from those that sample of videos. We conducted topical modeling to extract major topics contained in the videos. So basically, we converted those speeches from those videos into text, and then combined those texts with subtitles and captions, and analyzed all those information to extract main themes and topics. Then we look at the network constituted by different hashtags. Basically, we extrapolated all the hashtags used in those videos by those video producers and look at what kind of the network structure of those hashtags. We also conducted natural language processing of the viewers' textual comments. And here are some results of our data analysis. So if we look at, so basically we classified 5 different types of accounts. Those accounts include the government agencies, state media, commercial media, enterprise accounts, as well as individual users. And among those accounts, we can see that state media posted the largest number of videos, which reaching more than 4,000 videos. In comparison, in comparison, enterprise accounts only published a smaller portion of videos, around 100. If we look at the overall trend of video posting, our data showed that video posting fluctuated over time, with an apparent surge starting in early 2021. You can look at those video posting over time, and the video posting by accounts roughly followed a parallel distribution. So if we look at this graph, and basically it shows that a small number of accounts posted the largest number of the largest proportion of videos. And also our data showed the different patterns of posting on this TikTok platform. So this graph, this graph showed that some accounts posted videos on a regular basis, and basically that their posting spanned a much longer time interval. And other accounts posted more intensively in a short time period. Those really suggested the different patterns of posting: regular posting across time, and more intensive posting within a short period of time. So here are the 10 major topics that our data suggested. Among those 10 topics, the 3 topics really accounted for the largest share. The first one is labeled as a positive energy. Basically, this is this features more mainstream political rhetoric, and promoting government rhetoric and advocating for some pro-social and positive messages, like loving homeland and motherland, and we are going to win the final victory of this vaccine combat. And another topic that accounted for a large portion of our data set is labeled as vaccine research and development. These messages, this theme primarily appeared more often in the early stage of these videos. So in other words, in the early stage, that is a major focus, and the topic is more about how the government and the different collective entities participated in researching and developing COVID vaccines. Interestingly, the third major topic is labeled as a warning about vaccine fraud. So this can be considered some warnings about potential misinformation about vaccination. So we also look at some major metrics of hashtag co-occurrence. Basically, in general, the five different accounts used different numbers of hashtags. State media accounts used the largest number of hashtags. In contrast, the commercial media and enterprise accounts used a much smaller number of hashtags. So, I just want to give you guys more details about hashtag use. The top hashtags used by state media were more related to politics and media. And some example hashtags are like Taiwan and latest news, America, China. Individual user accounts employed hashtags that bear more on science education. So some of those individual users are experts, doctors, and as well as health practitioners. And we compared different kinds of different types of accounts, and look at whether users responded to those different accounts of videos in different manners. And our results showed that individual user accounts were the most frequently commented. So in their videos were responded more frequently, and in comparison, the government agencies' comments were less commented. We also found some analyzed the textual information contained in those viewers' comments. So some patterns were identified. Popular comments featured expressing national pride, humor, or personal values, as well as some questions about vaccinations. So some viewers presented their questions in the comment section, and then the video producer, particularly if those producers are government accounts or experts, they come to answer those questions. And here is a more vivid graphical presentation of the hashtag networks. We can see that state media, the hashtags are more tightly connected with each other. Same for government agencies. In contrast, the hashtags used by enterprises and commercial media are more distant from each other. Their connection is not that tight. So, what are the takeaway messages from this from our study? First, traditional media have become the most powerful and active content producer on this TikTok platform. Our findings on hashtag use also provide insight into the theoretical construct affordance. Basically, viewers as well as video producers have used a variety of different of social media affordances to participate in communication, and hashtag really has appeared to be a very vital affordance on this platform. And viewers are also active information seekers, processors, and producers. They are not just passive information consumers. They propose their questions and they seek interactions with the producers, and they also interact with each other. So our study is really our exploration of COVID-19 vaccination, the topic about COVID-19 vaccination in the Chinese context. So we, as a preliminary study, our study provided some initial insights into health communication, and hopefully more studies will be conducted to explore culture sensitive and platform smart approach. And also I hope that more studies will be can reveal more practical suggestions to help the globe, different nations combat the pandemic. Thank you very much.